Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. In addition to collecting artifacts about Battleship New Jersey BB-62, the museum also collects artifacts related to the other ships named New Jersey, one of which, BB-16, was part of the Great White Fleet and no longer is afloat. The other one, SSN 796, was only recently launched and has not yet been put into commission. She is a Virginia-class fast attack submarine currently under construction, but she already has a prospective crew assigned. The museum loves to host the crew of New Jersey on board the Battleship New Jersey, and since the boat is fitting out in Newport News, Virginia, it's not a terribly long commute for them to come up here to the Philadelphia-Camden area. In some of their past trips, we have given them pieces of teak removed from the teak wood deck, and in their most recent trip, they brought one of the things that they've made out of the teak. This is a cribbage board made out of Battleship New Jersey teak. Cribbage is very important to submarines. Starting in World War II, cribbage boards started to be carried by American submarines. The main reason for this was two of the United States Navy's most successful submarine commanding officers. On board USS Wahoo, her commanding officer, Mush Morton, and her executive officer, Dick O'Kane, sat down to play a game of cribbage. They were doing a new mission into shallower waters, and tension was pretty high among the crew. So playing stress-relieving games like this is pretty commonplace in the military. And I'm not sure which one of them in particular preferred cribbage or who had the original cribbage board, what the deal was with that. But a traditional cribbage board is just like a square with a U-shaped course that you're playing on. I have no idea how to play cribbage. Most cribbage boards, you play them with a deck of cards. They've got an opening in the bottom where you've got pegs. For ours, they are little spun belaying pins. And then the pegs go in here, and you're playing decks of cards to get scores that are allowing you to move from the starting point to the finishing point around the board. That's about as much as I understand about the game of cribbage right there. So, Mush Mortensen, the CO, deals Dick O'Kane a perfect hand, 29 points worth of cards. And then, that night, they go on to sink two Japanese freighters, even though they're in really restricted waters. A few days later, Morton deals O'Kane a 28-point hand, and then they go on over the next 2 days to sink three more Japanese freighters. So clearly, this is good luck. Both Morton and O'Kane go on to be ace submarine skippers. O'Kane is eventually given command of his own boat, the Tang, and they continue to play cribbage on them. The original Wahoo cribbage board was even kept by the U.S. Navy, and it was put on a newer USS Wahoo after World War II. And then when that ship was decommissioned, it passed from the oldest commissioned vessel in the fleet to the oldest, and so on and so forth. So Partry, the most decorated submarine of all times, has had it for the end of her career, and then it's passed through a series of other boats and will continue to be passed from the oldest submarine to the oldest submarine. But that doesn't mean that that's the only boat that has cribbage boards. So we're very excited that the crew of the New Jersey has taken this old submarine tradition and made it their own, combining it with their New Jersey Devils logo, the horns and the tail and the state of New Jersey outline instead of the traditional U-shaped cribbage board outline. So this is an extremely exciting addition to our collection. This is going to be put on display in our 3 New Jerseys exhibit on board the battleship. And by the time you watch this video, it will already be out on display, so the next time you come and visit us, it'll be there. Now, cribbage is not just played by submariners. Battleship New Jersey had its own wardroom cribbage board, which is part of the museum's collection and is also on display. So you'll be able to see both the traditional, probably off-the-shelf bought version that the crew of this ship used, and the one made, personalized by the New Jersey. Do you have any idea how to play the game of cribbage? I can't figure it out. Let us know in the comment section down below. What is the highest hand that you've ever been dealt in cribbage? The crew of Wahoo estimated that it was a 1 in 216,000 chance that O'Kane would have gotten a 29-point hand. Have you ever gotten one? How many Japanese freighters did you go on to sink afterwards? Because we have to talk about that. That's not legal anymore. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to continue donating to help the museum out. You can also support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about our channel. Thanks for watching.